Well, on October the 31st, we are so excited to have locally based Magnolia Buckskin with us. So, welcome.
Hello. Hello, we're
Hello.
happy to be here. Thank you.
Awesome. So, you've been together for 17 years, and I probably should be taken out back and spanked for not having you at the Calgary Folk Club sooner. You play all over town, and I'm not exactly sure how that fell through the cracks, but grateful that we're able to make up for it this time and have you with us. So, three albums, most recently in the round. And so all three of you singer-songwriters?
Yep. Singer-songwriters and multi-instrumentalists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why we called it In the Round, because you often have people in a songwriter circle and you support each other. So we run most of our concerts like that. We'll take turns, with
Awesome. And that was going to be my next question. You anticipated it. That's great. So what brought Magnolia Buckskin together?
Who wants to tell the
I can
story?
tell the story.
Okay, go for it.
Well, there used to be in the group a lady named Marty Smith, and she did a lot of the groundbreaking work for this. And then I think she invited Kathy.
Natasha and
Natasha?
I. We went to audition. We didn't even know we were auditioning. And then they decided to keep both of us.
And that's when Emily, Marty, me, and Kathy were the original four. Marty moved to the West Coast soon after, like probably within a year of the band's beginning. And then we found our wonderful Corey, and we called her the new girl for what, about a decade?
Oh yeah, 10 years at least. Eventually I said, please stop calling me the new girl. Like I've been here for 10 years.
And I think it's over 5 years since Emily left us to pursue her own stuff. So we've been a trio since then. And yeah, just keep doing our thing.
Super. And where did the name come from?
That was Marty's doing. If I hope I get this right. She was, I think, editing a Quarter Horse magazine. She's a writer, and she came across Magnolia Buckskin, and as soon as she said it, we were like, "Yep, that's it." And then she's like, "No, no, wait," and we're like, "No, that's it. We're done. That's our name." And it just kind of, I guess, has a bit of the rural, sort of Alberta Western feel, but also the flower, which being a ladies group, and I think it suits us well with our harmony singing, and that's kind of what we're known for, I think, is our harmony singing and our taking turns on many different instruments. Sometimes it's pretty tricky for the sound person. Our other band name is Soundman's Nightmare. No, just kidding.
I would also say that what you're known for is really solid writing. And so I'm going to ask each one of you in turn who you're influenced by. Who are your influences for your writing? So Kathy, I'll start with you.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's a good question. And I know that I used to play music with James Keelahan, and he talked about different things when he was writing. He's a beautiful writer. And one thing he said is, don't say what it is, you talk about it. Do you know what I mean? So if it's, instead of saying it rained, then you would talk about, what describes rain, what is the feel of rain. And I love that. And another thing that is a big influence for the writing is that we get together with some people in High River, and every year and you can see in the background, there's a picture of a cow and a barn and an owl. And so that's an example. That is one of the songs I wrote, a song inspired by that painting. And we get together every year and we go out to High River, and there's a concert, and the artists, and we are assigned an artist each year, or they're assigned us, and they switch it every year. So I would say, nature and other players that I don't have anyone in particular, except James Keelahan stands out to me as someone who,
Great. Well,
people that I love their music.
people are always curious about, how does the music show up? So Corey, how was it for you? Influences or?
I have so many. I am a classically trained musician, went to university for classical piano. So I have my chordal knowledge of where everything should nicely go and lead into something else from my childhood playing lots and lots of recitals and things like that. And my dad was a big Beatles fan, so I had a lot of Beatles and a lot of really like nice melodies. I think I sometimes will have very big ranges in my songs, that sort of thing. I love Tom Petty. I love stories. I love, anything that has good room for three-part harmony.
Perfect. And Natasha, how about you?
Well, I grew up on a farm in Alberta, and that's my rural roots keep coming through, even though I've been a city gal for most of my life, looking back now. I had a piano teacher. I also come from a classical background, and she really changed my life by putting up a book of Canadian landscapes and images. And she says, play that. And I was like, well, there's no notes. And she's like, how does it feel to you? How do you imagine it sounding? And she's no longer with us, but she was a huge influence in my life in my early writing. And I'd say nowadays I'm an elementary school music specialist. I'm inspired by my students. I have a children's album, in fact, but I'm very inspired by my friends. I count myself a lucky person to know many musicians, and the feeling of playing music together is pretty special. Thankfully, Corey has that classical background, because I often have to ask her what key this song is in or where to put my capo. And Kathy's got that blues and roots and folk background. So my friends and other musicians.
And when we bring a song to the table, it may seem like one thing, and then when we bring it to the table, like I think it's like the kiss of life that comes into it, and all of a sudden it becomes something wonderful. So
Definitely different. You're right about that. It's like you have one idea, and then we have the idea, and then it becomes like this actualized.
yeah, it's like the kiss of life, I think.
Better than the kiss of death, eh? Yeah.
That could happen.
But we do actually have quite a few songs about death, weirdly, but in a good way, like in a celebratory, life-affirming, humanity kind of way, I would say.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
we're looking forward to Magnolia Buckskin bringing your special kiss of life to the Calgary Folk Club.
Think about that for a second.
We can't wait. Thank you so much,
we're so
Suze.
excited
We're
about
very
this.
excited.
Well, folks can get tickets at calgaryfolkclub.com if they want to join us in person. And the other thing is that your fans anywhere can actually not only watch you, but hang out with you for the weekend, because the live stream is good for 72 hours. So people who are not local are welcome to join us online. And so Magnolia Buckskin at the Calgary Folk Club, October 31st. Thanks so much for joining me.
See you then.
Thanks, Suze.